Hi, everyone. Hey, my name is Hiram Johnson, and I'm a global director with Take Shape for Life. We're here with Ben Smith. He is actually a great cousin of mine, and we're just here to be able to help you learn about what Ben is starting to do with his health journey. Ben is he's been a great mentor of mine throughout my whole life, and so it's been kind of a privilege to be able to come in and help him with the things that he wants to do. Many of you are on here because you saw my wife and I's picture that Ben put on his Facebook page of us being able to have a great health transformation. And so now we just want to kind of go through a few things with you here. Should take about 20 minutes or so, and we'll just keep going from here. Again, like I said, my name is Hiram Johnson. My wife and I are global directors with Take Shape for Life, which is the company that we support here. One of the things that I want to share today is freedom. Okay, for Tiana and I, we always are searching for freedom. You can see in this picture on the left here where this is actually our home. We used to have home that was a stick and brick house, but we were always searching for a little bit more freedom, Well, as we were traveling the whole country, I was finding that I wasn't able to do the things that I wanted to do because I was stuck in my bed most of the time. I'm a registered nurse. I was working night shifts, 7 days straight, 12-hour shifts. And after those nights like that, I didn't ever want to get back out of bed, and I just let my health get the best of me. And it just kept growing and growing. Well, we found a friend of ours who was able to help us get back on the track that we wanted to. And you know what? This program works for exactly how it shows. The Take Shape for Life has been in the news a lot of times. Just recently in January, they were on the front cover of People magazine, of people half their size. This is actually a good friend of ours that we have met several times that is on the cover of People magazine. It's been in many news forums, lots of different places, because the product is an amazing deal, and it helps you give you an all-around health in your whole life and for long-lasting results. But like I was saying, we want freedom. Do we need freedom from a healthy body? Do we need freedom from healthy mind? Maybe we need it for healthy finances. That's where the whole trilogy comes in. Right now, most of you came on because you're looking for a healthy body. But do you realize that not having healthy finances or not having a healthy mind all work in together as one? So healthy mind might be spiritual time, community involvement, hobbies, and fun. Who doesn't get enough time to do their hobbies? How about strong relationships? Maybe engagement at work or fulfilled. Do you have fulfillment at work? Okay. What about finances? Okay. Maybe you have enough to pay your bills, but do you have an abundance of finances? Do you feel like you have freedom, good money management? Do you have savings for the future, for retirement? Okay. Are you able to contribute to your community, to your church, those types of things? So all of these all come into one. If you don't have a good balance in all three areas, you're gonna find a little extra stress in your life, which usually takes a toll on your body. So let's figure out how to work the three together so that you have optimal health all the way around. So really what we want to do here is figure out, why do you want to get healthy? I said earlier, I was a traveling registered nurse, and I didn't have time in my life. I didn't have the ability, I had time, but I didn't have the energy to be able to get out of bed. I didn't have the energy to play with my kids. I didn't have the desire really to do that. And I would never have said this then because I'm a proud man, but I was depressed. And I was in a state where I had to figure out something to get out of it. So I have Ben on the line here. He's the whole reason why we're all here today. And I just wanted to kind of pick his brain a little bit and ask him, Ben, why did you decide to take the path to get healthy?
Well, thanks, Hiram. There's really two reasons that come really to mind mostly, and my biggest priority. And And that is, number one is, my children never had the opportunity to have grandfathers. And, I have 3 beautiful grandchildren right now with the 4th one on the way. And I want to be around to be able to enjoy them and to be a grandpa and enjoy that time with our family. And so that's definitely a motivating factor. I'm got so heavy and my knees, I need both of my knees replaced, and I know I need to get weight off in order to go through that procedure. And I've already had 6 knee surgeries, but I really need both of them replaced, and I'm in pain all the time. And so just my body aches, my feet hurt. I need to get healthy. And that's, I think, the biggest drive for me is I need to get healthy and change, make a life change for me so that I can be around to enjoy life and enjoy my family and be able to do those things that you've been talking about.
I love that, Ben, because I mean, there's multitude of reasons that we all want to find help. Okay. Yours is to be able to be around for your family, for your grandkids, but also to prevent illness or to be able to help with your knees. For instance, they say that 1 pound of weight loss actually takes off 4 pounds of stress on your knees. So that there is a huge deal. You take that extra stress off your knees, it might not be so bad. Your knees might not be as bad as you think they are. You've been a major sports fanatic your whole life. You probably still, it takes a toll on the knees for sure. But you know what? There's lots of different reasons. Self-confidence, we all know Ben, that's not his issue. He doesn't have a self-confidence problem at all. But energy, prevent illness, reduce meds, family. Hey, maybe you got that new wardrobe that's sitting or even an old wardrobe that's been sitting in the back of the closet. My wife, when she lost her 30 pounds, all of a sudden, we live in a 5th wheel trailer. She started pulling clothes out of the back of the closet that I didn't even know she had anymore. And she was pulling clothes out from the 1990s, putting on these high-waisted pants that I had to laugh at. She's like, look, these were my skinny jeans from when I was in high school. I said, oh, I'm surprised that you could get it's awesome that you could get them on. Now take them back off again because they're not in fashion anymore. Anyways, so whatever your reason might be, you know what? We have that ability to help you. And that's what we are here for, is to be able to give you that confidence, that energy, and maybe get you off of meds. Maybe you have diabetes or high blood pressure. We can help with those things. The tools that we have are really an amazing program, okay? We have 3 different tools here. We have, one is education. We know that education is key to be able to have lasting success, okay? So this program starts with a physician named Dr. Anderson, and he wrote this book called Dr. A's Habits of Health. It really focuses on the habits that you create. And a lot of the times you can't just get rid of old habits, but you need to replace them with good habits. So for instance, if you're a pop drinker, there's a good chance that you're not going to be able to just give up pop altogether. You're going to have to replace it with, let's say, a good one, water. Let's replace it with water, or maybe some flavored water, but something better than soda. I'm not saying stop your soda. If you're a soda drinker, at least go to diet and try to cut it down to 1 or 2 a day rather than maybe a gallon a day. That, like, I know a lot of the nurses that I worked with, but he also gives us a way to be able to put pencil to paper, literally, with our workbook, Living a Longer and Healthier Life, okay? It's just like when you're in school, you have the book, but if you don't put it to action, it's never gonna sink in. So that's why we have the companion tools there to be able to help us reach our healthy weight, learning the habits of health, and then optimizing your health and thriving forever, okay? So the next tool that we have is support, okay? This is my sister and brother-in-law, another one of Ben's relatives here. They are actually Ben's health coach. I'm actually Ben's business coach. They couldn't be here today. They were hoping they could, but they had to go to Idaho. We didn't realize it was Memorial Weekend when we set this up, but they're on their way to Idaho right now. Anyways, Tana and Levi have both had amazing transformations. Levi, I think, is at about 130 pounds down within 5 to 6 months. Tana, I can't remember her exact numbers, but I think it's about in the 50s range, 50 to 60 pounds down. Again, Tana will tell you that she hasn't been this size since before her senior year in high school. Levi, this is about the same size he was now when Tana and them got married. But as you can see in the picture on the left, he really blossomed to be quite the man. But really, he was very, it got to him where he couldn't play with his kids anymore. He talks to you now, and I talked to him the other day, and he was leaving because he was going to help somebody move. He says, I can do that now because I have the energy to do that. But that's the biggest part. One of the biggest parts of this program is education and support. Okay, the support comes in many different fashions. We have health coaches to be able to help each other, to make sure that we have a community wrapping ourselves around a community of health. We have dietitians and nutritionists to be able to make sure that this program is set exactly for you. If you have diabetes, or maybe you have a little extra weight to lose, maybe you have thyroid issues, all of these things can be taken care of because we have the doctors and the nurses and the nutritionists to be able to make sure that this program is tailored just for you. Okay? On our bottom right here, we have a program called Highway to Health. A lot of you have already been brought into that community. It's a Facebook group that is a secret group, so that those that are in it, nobody else can know that you're in it. So it's a safe place to be able to vent. Maybe a safe place to be able to show your successes that you wouldn't normally show on maybe your own Facebook page. You're going to be having like-minded people around you at all times, okay? And again, the health coach. You get that free Optimal Health Coach and Optimal Health community to make sure, again, like I said, wrapping yourself in a blanket of community to be able to help you. How do we do this? This is the third tool that we have. We have the education, we have the support. Now we need the tool to be able to help us get the weight off. Okay, we use a product called Medifast. It's been around for 30 plus years. And the reason why it's so successful is it helps you get the weight off. But Take Shape for Life has been they partnered with Medifast about 10 years ago, 13 years ago actually, because Medifast was really good at getting the weight off, but not keeping the weight off because it wasn't changing habits. So that's where we have come in to be able to help and make sure that we change your habits so you have lasting success. With the Medifast, they are meal replacements, and we do a 5-in-1 type program where you're eating 5 meal replacements a day, and you're producing 1 lean and green meal on your own. The 5 meal replacements are all ready for you. It could be a bar, it could be a shake, maybe a brownie, some soup, pasta, different things. All of them are pretty easily ready to make. It might just add water or just open the package and eat it. And what that does is it gives you convenience for those people that are busy. We are all busy. We've created a busy lifestyle these days, so we're all super busy. Even if we're not busy, we feel like we're busy. So it's really best to be able to have something that's on the go. We are on the go all the time, traveling, seeing new things. But there is no excuse that I can't eat 6 times a day, because I make sure that if I'm on the road, I have bars with me. I have some crunchy chips with me to make sure that I can get my 6 meals in a day. Okay, those 5 meal replacements guarantee you success. That 1 lean and green meal, though, that guarantees longevity, because once you start learning how to make that lean and green meal, you continue that on in the future. But our goal is actually to get you off of the meal replacements as quick as we can. That's usually when you get to your goal weight. That goal weight could be whatever you want. It might be 2 months, 1 month. It might be 5 or 6 months, or maybe longer, depending on how much weight you want to lose. When I started the program, I only wanted to lose 200 pounds. Well, you know what? I got to 200 and realized that was pretty dang easy. I'm going on farther. I sit between 167 and 170 now. Okay, my initial goal was 30 pounds ago. So really, you can do with it what you want, but what you're doing is you're creating a fat burn state in your body. You're giving your body all the nutrients, the protein, the carbohydrates, all of the vitamins and minerals that your body needs to protect itself, protect the muscle. And because you're giving it all the nutrients it needs, it goes out of starvation mode, rather being in starvation mode and keeping everything. It gets out of starvation mode and starts getting rid of the excess because it doesn't need to keep it anymore. It starts using your fat for fuel. And that's the one of the trademarks of this program is you should no longer have hunger. You should no longer have cravings. You should have increased energy, and you should sleep like you've never slept before. And I always like to say, you get the side effect. After you get those 4 things, you get the side effect of losing weight. That's all part of fat burn. Okay? So what we want to do is you want to make sure that we're setting you up for success. You got the support. You got the education, and now you have the tools to have success. Like I said, though, we're trying to get you off of the meal replacements as fast as we can because we want you to build healthy habits. You'll go from that 5-in-1 stage, 5 meal replacements, 1 lean and green. Then you'll go down to 4 meal replacements, 2 lean and greens, and down to 3-in-3 state where you're having 3 healthy snacks and 3 meal replacements. At that time, you can decide, you know what, I'll go ahead and use meal replacements. Or we have in our book, our book, Dr. A's Habits of Health, we have the ability to give you 100 different snacks that you can home make for yourself. You don't have to keep continuing to buy meal replacements. We do, just because I enjoy eating my ice cream, I enjoy having brownies, and I enjoy having quick, easy things that are on the road for me. So whether you decide to do that is totally up to you. But what you're really wanting to do is making sure that you drink, or can you eat every 2 to 3 hours? Can you drink between 60 to 100 and maybe 150, depending on the weight you have? We usually say double or half of the weight in ounces is what you should drink in water a day. So let's say, for instance, I started at 250 pounds. I should be drinking about 125 ounces of water a day. Well, now that I'm not 100 or 250 pounds, I'm 160 pounds, I can get away with between 60 to 100 ounces of water. But your goal should always be at least 100 ounces of water to begin with. Do you want the support of somebody who has gone before you with you? That's what we are here as health coaches. That's why we can support each other. They used to have this program in with a lot of the doctors, but they weren't giving the support, the daily support that people needed. So they turned it over to the coaches, because the coaches give you, again, like I said, they give you that surrounding you with support. Do you want to be healthy? Okay, now let's get into brass tacks here. We want to know, how much is this going to cost me? How much is this going to cost me? Well, you know what? The average male eats at least $320 worth of food a month. And that's not including if you start to decide to go out to eat at $12.75 a meal. You know what? A lot of us go out to eat at least once a day, or go to the cafeteria at work and eat at the cafeteria. That all adds up. These meal replacements are very, very competitive when you think about it. You get 30 days of food, you get a personal health coach, you get program materials, you get support calls. You can talk to the nutritionist all you want to make sure that this is working for you. If you were to start to add all of these things up, it would cost you thousands of dollars. You get online community, you get mobile app. Okay, there are many different plans, though. You got to realize that if you're a diabetic, you're going to be on a different plan. If you're a nursing mom, you're going to be on a different plan. If you have medical issues or medical problems, you might be on a different plan. Again, that's where the health coach is going to be key for you, and we're going to utilize nutrition support to make sure we tailor the program just for you. How fast do you want to lose the weight? You know what? Dr. Anderson, in his book, he shows you exactly how to do it without the meal replacement. But I can tell you it's not going to be as fast, and you're going to get a lot of people get discouraged at that point. So they just jump off. Like any other time anybody else decides to start a diet. This isn't a diet. This is a lifestyle program. Okay? The meals range to about $2.40 a meal. So your monthly cost, I have to say, is free. Your monthly cost is free because all you're doing is buying food. Instead of buying it at your local grocery store, you're buying your food from your health coach. Okay? So the program, you get a free health coach, you get free nutrition support, all of these things, and that's all free. All you're doing is buying your food. And that ranges between $200 to $350 for your first month, and it will go up to about $375 for your subsequent months. So we all know that eating healthy costs more than eating junk food. Okay? That's our whole goal, though, is to get you to the point where you're eating nutritious food as fresh as it can be. When you start thinking about it later down the road, maybe, I keep saying this, we want to surround ourselves with a community. So even though I say paying it forward, that might be referring friends. Maybe you want to think about coaching yourself, but what we're doing here is we're not trying to create a big business. What we're trying to do is surround you with support, surround you with community to be able to make sure that you have long-lasting success. Because if you're helping your friends, your family, and maybe many others, you are going to have that long-lasting success because you have one, accountability, and you have two, you have your friends and family that are doing the same thing with you. So I just want to take this time and say thank you for sharing this time with us tonight. It's been a great pleasure to host this meeting with Ben. He's a great friend of mine and relative of mine, and we really appreciate you joining with us tonight. If you have any questions, reach out back out to Ben. He will be able to answer your questions. And if he's not able to, like I said, we have the community of support to be able to make sure that he has the questions that the answers to the questions that you have, and he can reach out to you or many other people. Thanks for all your time. Bye-bye.